everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. I'm Erin, and for today's video we are doing another Universal Yums unboxing. If I look like I'm sitting awkwardly in this chair, it's because I am. My little dog Oliver, he's back here. He's decided that he's going to take a little snooze while I'm filming. He chose the new chair that I chose to film in. It was kind of a move your feet, lose your seat situation. Also, I kind of look a little bit like Rudolph because I am getting over a very bad cold, so I apologize for that. If you don't know what Universal Yums is, it is a subscription service where you get snacks from around the world each month. There are 3 different size boxes that you can choose from. There's the Yum box, the Yum Yum box, and the Super Yum box. I get the middle one, which is the Yum Yum box, and it is 25 bucks a month, and that includes shipping. So far, I've really enjoyed it, so we'll see what this month brings us. Now, if you watched last month's video, which was treats from Italy, I think, I'm pretty sure. When I read the clue for this month, I wasn't too sure. Now, going by what's on this sticker, it says the bread basket of Europe, and it has a guy blowing one of them, I call him a reek-blower. So I'm assuming that this is probably from like a Nordic region, Switzerland perhaps. I don't really know where Ricole is from. I also got an email from Universal Yum saying that something that's in my box is not in the little booklet on the inside. But I didn't read any further than that because it said it would be a spoiler. So we'll get to that when we get to it. But let's open up this box and see what's inside. Yeah, I was totally off. That is not a Ricolore. Apparently this month we are going to the Ukraine. I didn't know that the Ukraine was considered the bread basket of Europe, so this should be interesting. We'll see how it goes. I already see something that I don't think I'm gonna like, but we're gonna give all this a try. This is what the inside of the box looks like without anything moved. There's 2 giant bags, and this is some kind of veal flavored potato stick. Yeah, I think this is gonna be one of those boxes, but we'll see. So, I just had a look-see because I took a picture of everything that's in this box. This one's gonna be a rough one, I think. You'll see why as we go through it. We're gonna start off with the Yum bag like I usually do, and the Yum bag is this, and it's usually like little candies that they give you. So the first one that we start with is Minky Binky. This is what a Minky Binky looks like. And apparently it is a fruit flavored toffee. Alright, Minky Binky, assorted fruit caramels with fruit fillings. See the little cartoon monkey on this Yums wrapper? That's the Minky Binky monkey. Why a monkey? For starters, this soft milky sweet was introduced in Ukraine in the year 2016, which was the year of the monkey in the Chinese zodiac calendar. But this quirky character also represents the product itself. A fun, tropical twist on milky caramels, it quickly becomes one of Ukraine's most popular sweets. The Minky Binky was also the first milk caramel to incorporate real fruit juices. As it turns out, this monkey business was a complete success. Not only was Minky Binky the top-selling candy in the Ukraine in 2016, but 3 years later it still remains a hit amongst locals. We'll have a feeling you'll go bananas for it too. So this looks like a funny shaped Werther's. That's what it looks like. Let's see what it tastes like. Not bad. I can stand behind Minky Binky. That's pretty good. I was kind of surprised. I didn't think I was gonna like it. It was actually really good. All right, up next we have the Russian Ladybug. Whoops, wrong. Russian Ladybird. It looks like a ladybug. Threw me off. So apparently these are assorted fruit gummies with juice fillings. So maybe this is supposed to look like a strawberry and not a ladybug. Here's what the candy looks like. Russian Ladybird. Lucky you. Today you get to try Ukraine's Lucky Ladybird candy. Enjoy it across the country on birthdays and special occasions. What makes it lucky? According to the Christian legend, Europe was once flooded with swarms of aphids, small insects that cause plants to wilt. that caused incredible destruction to fields upon fields of crops. When the panic-stricken farmers prayed to the Virgin Mary for help, strange red-spotted bugs began appearing, gobbling up the pesky aphids and saving the crops. The grateful farmers named the bugs Our Lady's beetles, which eventually changed the name to ladybugs. And since then, ladybugs have been a sign of luck and success throughout Europe. Beneath this candy's bright spotted wrapper is a delightful chewy texture and sweet and tangy flavors, like pear, raspberry, grapefruit, apple, and strawberry. Getting a chance to try this candy is a lucky thing indeed. I wasn't too far off with my ladybug comment, and had no idea that's how ladybugs got their name. It even looks like ladybug, but I don't know that you're going to be able to tell that. It's a gummy with some goo in it. Here's what the candy itself looks like. I don't know that you can tell that it's a ladybug or not, but you can definitely see the juice that's in the middle. So I wonder what flavor I got. Let's find out. So that wasn't bad, if I'm being honest with you. I have no earthly idea what flavor that was supposed to be. Maybe pear? I don't know. Did not taste like a pear, raspberry, an apple, strawberry, any of the flavors they listed to me. It just tasted fruity. So I don't know. So moving on to the last thing from the Yum bag is the Barberry Caramelkino. Barberry flavored hard candy, whatever a barberry is. Here's what the candy looks like in the wrapper. Forget all the berries you're familiar with and get ready for a new one, barberry. The unique fruit has been cherished by Ukrainians for more reasons than one. For starters, the leaves of the barberry plant remain deep crimson all year long, providing a burst of color even during the harsh Ukrainian winters. In addition to its leaves, the plant has ruby berries that have been used for centuries as a powerful natural remedy for infection, indigestion, and heartburn. But most importantly, barberry is beloved for its use in traditional Ukrainian cuisines. Its fresh, sharp flavor brings the perfect balance to desserts, jams, sauces, even meat marinades. You'll get a taste of this versatile berry in a traditional barberry candy. With its floral sweetness and delightful tang, this sweet sets the bar for all other berries. Let's see how this goes. Looks like one of those strawberry candies.
One eternity later.
So, not too bad. Tastes like strawberry-ish to me. So let's move on to the other things in this box, which I gotta be honest with you, I probably should have saved the Yum bag for last. So I'm very scared. This one's a little redundant. It is potato, onion, potato boom. Potato and onion potato boom. Would be helpful if I could read. So these are onion flavored corn sticks. Here's what the packaging looks like. These I think will be okay. French fries. Hot, greasy, crisp, and salty. They're the quintessential American snack. And maybe the quintessential Ukrainian snack too. In Ukraine, they serve a delectable dish called pan-fried potatoes, consisting of sliced potatoes fried in oil. While they might sound the same as French fries, there are two major differences. Instead of being dunked in a fryer, they've been browned on the stovetop, and two, they've got onions. Before adding the potatoes, locals saute onions in butter, giving the dish a rich, savory, caramelized flavor. Luckily, you can experience Ukraine's oniony treat for yourself with this snackified version of pan-fried potatoes. Although we should warn you, after one bite of these, you'll definitely want to try making some of your own. Look on the back of your Ukrainian map to get an authentic recipe. They smell buttery. This doesn't smell like onions at all. Now, my sickness could be messing with my senses, but definitely don't smell like onions. They look like those Andes fries you can get. I don't really know how I feel about that. It's kind of one of those type of snacks. Definitely, when you tasted it, you can taste the onion part. It tastes buttery like popcorn. Like the popcorn that you get in a can. But it's the consistency of not any of that. I don't know. It's weird. It's not terrible. I'm not gonna go running out and buying it, but I don't know. It's just one of those weird things. Gives a terrible aftertaste in your mouth too. Up next, we have Roshan Creme Brulee Chocolate. This is what it looks like. The United States and Ukraine have one very major thing in common. They've both elected famous businessmen as president. Ukraine's current president, Petro Poroshenko, is also the owner of its largest canning company, Roshan. The name was taken from his last name, I guess I said his last name wrong. Poroshenko. Shenko. Sorry. Nicknamed the Chocolate King, Petro started the company in 1966 after buying several failing candy factories from the bank. Today, his candy empire has become the 24th largest in the world, with more than 1.5 billion in annual sales. In September 2017, President Poroshenko and President Trump met for the first time to discuss the United States' support of Ukraine. While we don't know their full conversation, they probably didn't talk about chocolate bars. So instead, we will. This milk chocolate bar, inspired by the famous French dessert, is filled with gooey caramel cream filling and has been enjoyed by Ukrainians for over a decade. Sit back, enjoy it, and try not to think too much about politics. No worries there. I feel like I should be opening this up and getting a golden ticket. Ooh, this looks like it's gonna be good. This is what it looks like. It's got some ooey gooey caramel in it. That's pretty good. Kind of reminded me of a Cadbury cream egg. Not creme brulee. So up next we have dill and sour cream golden chips. Here's what this looks like. So it says, these chips are kind of a big deal. No, really. Chips Really? Why? I can't. Ugh. Chips Zolo Taistai golden chips aren't just one of the most sought after snacks in Ukraine. They're also one of the most unique. Unlike ordinary sliced potato chips, golden chips are made from mashed potatoes, then dried and cut to create delicate paper-thin sheets. In the past 15 years, these flaky yums have become a household staple, beloved for their crispy texture and authentic local flavors. The golden chips we've selected for you are loaded with cool sour cream and fresh dill, a flavor combo found in one of the Ukraine's most famous dishes. Here's the name of this dish. It is called young potatoes with sour cream and dill in English. Getting to try a Ukrainian classic and a unique potato chip all in one snack, as we said, a big deal. I think it's cool that they come in a box.
I think this is a snack for you.
They definitely are delicate. I have a helper. This is what they look like. Let's see if he approves. Come here. Come here, you're not in your face. Is that good? He approves. Let's see if I approve. That's pretty good, huh? So I didn't know how I was gonna feel about that, but those are pretty good. Ollie approves. I know you can't see him, but he's right here, look. These I'm a little skeptical about. Up next is Slosty curd waffles, wafers with chocolate and cheese. Man, these are made with palm oil. Boom. This is what they look like. Curd waffles might not elicit any oohs and ahs from, well, anybody. I'd have to agree with that. But keep an open mind. Cheese curd is Ukraine's most popular type of cheese, devoured plain or incorporated into traditional dishes like sreniki, curd pancakes, and nalasniki, curd crepes. In fact, curd is such an important cheese product that the Ukrainian word for it, syr, literally translates to cheese. but making this local favorite is no walk in the park. First, a mixture of milk and buttermilk must be baked, then placed in a warm room for 24 hours. The mixture is then heated on a stove and placed back in the room for another 24 hours. Then it's heated once more before being placed in cheesecloth and hung for 8 to 12 hours. Oops, 8 to 10 hours, not 12. That's the wrong directions. The result? A soft, delicate cheese that looks like a cross between feta and cream cheese, with a mild, nutty taste that complements both sweet and savory dishes. So don't let the name scare you. With a flaky texture and rich chocolate taste, these wafers are seriously delicious. Well, I will be the judge of that. Cookies with cheese and chocolate? I'm a little skeptical. They smell pretty terrible. I also read that they're made with palm oil, so... Oh, this is a whole thing? There's only 2 cookies in here? I'll only be taking a bite of this. This is what it looks like, your traditional wafer cookie-ish. It does not smell delightful, I will tell you that. So that tasted pretty terrible. About as terrible as you would expect it to. It tasted chemically to me and gritty, and I didn't like it. So yeah, that was a no-go for me. So next up we have veal and adjica potato boom. I don't know what the hell an adjica is, but this is what this looks like. I'm certainly not thrilled with the fact that these are veal flavored, but there's one coming up that's worse, so veal flavored it is. Every country has a favorite condiment. The US has ketchup, Italy has pesto, Mexico has salsa, and the Ukraine, they have adjica. This mildly spicy sauce is mixed with carrots, tomato, garlic, and chili pepper, and serves as an accompaniment to, well, pretty much anything. It's slathered on bread, poured into soup, drizzled atop vegetables, mixed into scrambled eggs, and most commonly paired with meat. In fact, the name adjica comes from the word salt, which should give you an indication of how pervasive the condiment is. Now it's time for you to try it. See if you can taste the spices: basil, paprika, chili, garlic, bay leaves that make up the distinctive pungent flavor. Then see if you agree with this statement. We just found your new favorite condiment. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no, they have it. Oh my god. These smell terrible. Smell like fake meat. Here's what it looks like. Oh, I'm not looking forward to this. That was horrible. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's the worst thing that I've tasted out of any of these boxes. It's right up there with the hot and sour soup seaweed. That was disgusting. Up next is Chaudet Cinnamon Caramel Chocolate. Milk chocolate with cinnamon caramel filling. This is what the packaging looks like. So sorry if you can hear a shower running. My boyfriend's apparently taking a shower. But the show must go on. Confession. No one is eating this chocolate in Ukraine. To be clear, these chocolates are extremely popular, just not right now. You see, over 75% of Ukrainians practice Orthodox Christianity and are currently in the middle of the Great Fast, a Lenten period from March 11th to April 27th, during which foods like dairy, eggs, meat, and sugar are strictly avoided. As this yum contains both milky chocolate and sugary caramel, it's pretty much off limits for locals participating in the Great Fast. But it won't be that way for long, given this chocolate's creamy texture and sweet cinnamon flavor. Be glad you can try it now before it starts flying off the store shelves again next month. This is the cutest packaging. So let's try that again. It slides out, and then clearly the pieces of chocolate are in there. Let's not let it hit the floor again. Thankfully, my living vacuum cleaner is behind me and not at my feet. But Here's what the little squares look like. That's really good. I like that. So up next we have creamy deluxe toffee squares. Here's what the packaging looks like. Prepare yourself because you're about to taste the best toffee in the world, or at least in Ukraine. And they know toffee. Throughout history, Ukrainian cooking has largely been based on crops grown on a farm. Corn, wheat, beets, and animal products like eggs and milk. With an abundance of these natural foods, local recipes focused on preserving crops well for long winters. Raw milk, which would have otherwise lasted just a few days, was traditionally baked with sugar to create confections that could be enjoyed for months. Over the years, these milky candies, like caramel and toffee, have been skillfully perfected to be creamier and gooier, following the local model, the more milk, the better. So when it comes to this uber rich and melty deluxe milk toffee, you're not getting just an age-old sweet, you're also getting the cream of the crop. Still smell those veal potato stick things. I'm just gonna tear off a piece. Definitely is very soft. That's what it looks like. Looks like toffee. Hi, helper. It's pretty good. I'm gonna go on the limb and say that that was the best toffee in the world. I like the one from the England box better. Sorry, not England, it was the UK, I think. I had that weird buttery flavor that the onion thing had. So I don't know. Really. So up next we have Salute ham and mustard corn puffs. My helper is left. He probably thinks these are gonna taste disgusting too. Here's what the packaging looks like. There's ham and mustard and corn puffs. Pretty sure this is gonna taste terrible. What do you think of when you hear ham and mustard? A back to school lunch? When Ukrainians hear ham and mustard, they think of one thing and one thing only, Easter. For locals, Easter would be incomplete without a centerpiece of a regal Easter ham. In Ukraine, a glistening honey-baked ham is actually packed into an Easter basket along with rye bread, cheese, colored eggs, and sweetbread. Then the entire basket of food is brought to the church on Easter Sunday to be blessed. After Sunday Mass is over, the contents of the basket are placed on the dining room table for people to nibble on throughout the day. Don't want to carry a whole ham around on Easter Sunday? These fluffy puffs are your next best option. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no, the fluffy puffs are not my next best option. Still not the worst thing that's in this box. Oh, these smell delightfully like ham. They look like a puff. It's definitely a ham flavored puff. I don't really get the mustard out of it. It definitely tastes like ham. And ham in a cheese doodle consistency is a little freaky. That was pretty terrible. Okay, up next is Chaudet dark chocolate with candied fruits. Which this packaging is delightful. So what's on here doesn't look like candied fruit. I don't know. This is what this looks like. When Sladiki Mir, the Ukrainian company behind this gourmet chocolate bar, first launched in 2007, they had only one goal in mind: to create the best chocolate bar in Europe. If you tried our Germany box with its unique poppy seed chocolate bar, or our Italy box with the famous, I can't say this word, Jean Duodo, you know that Sladiki Mir has some incredibly steep competition. But what they have that others don't is a skilled chocolatier that makes every single bar by hand. Using a premium 70% cocoa blend, the variety you're holding is dotted with colorful dried oranges, lemons, and raspberries for a sweet tartness that complements the bitter notes beautifully. The only way to know if they're achieving their goal, you have you've got to try it. In fact, we suggest trying the whole bar, every last morsel. It's all in the spirit of checking for quality. I'm gonna show you this in this plastic packaging before I open it because this is gonna be messy. And the things that I didn't think looked like fruit are apparently orange rinds. This is quite a big piece. Oh, hard. So we're on to the last thing that's in the booklet, but this is the second to last thing, because if you remember and you're still around from the beginning, they forgot to put something in this booklet. So this is probably going to be the worst thing in the box for me. This is called Golden Chips, Aspic, and Horseradish. We'll get into what aspic is in a minute. So I'm not going to show you the side that has what it is in English. Here's what the packaging looks like. You know what would be fun? Having everyone guess what aspic is. Did you guess cold meat jelly? Then you're right. Aspic has been popular for centuries and is an important culinary tradition in Ukraine, as well as in Poland, Estonia, Thailand, Nepal, and Russia. If you were with us in October, you'll recall that you tasted Russian meat jelly in crunchy breadstick form. I did. In fact, aspic was incredibly popular in the US as well during the 1950s, and it even served as the original inspiration for Jell-O. That's disgusting. Obviously, these chips aren't gelatinous, so what you're getting is the flavor of the traditional dish. Savory, spicy, and meaty. You might not be eager to try real aspic anytime soon, but hopefully you can get on board with this modern version of the dish. These smell like the veal chips. That's why we buy these things. We have to try. I broke off a piece because I sure as hell am not eating a whole one of these. That was every bit as terrible as I thought it would be. Alright. I'll get my phone and see what this last one is. Hopefully it's better than horseradish. The last thing that we have is peanut kozenak, which is a peanut bar with puffed rice and honey. Hopefully better than meat jelly. That's what the packaging looks like. Okay, it says, unfortunately, Ukraine can't take much of the credit for this incredible yum. You're holding a type of gozanaki, a classic confection invented in ancient Georgia, the country, not the US state. Traditionally made with walnuts fried in honey, Georgian gozanaki is served exclusively on New Year's Eve, symbolizing a promise for a sweet and happy life in the year ahead. Since its creation, this simple yet satisfying sweet has spread to Russia, kozanaki, and then to the Ukraine, kozanak, spawning many unique variations along the way. Unlike Georgia gozanaki, Ukrainian kozanak is eaten year-round, and this version is made with one special ingredient that Ukraine can take credit for, honey. Around 1.5% of Ukraine's population are beekeepers, and together they produce the greatest amount of honey per capita in the world. Whoa. Smells pretty good. Here's what a piece of it looks like. I'm certainly not eating this whole piece, but I'll take a bite of it. Oh. It is like break your teeth tough. How do you do this? Whoa. That's pretty good. Better than horseradish and meat jelly. Alright, so that was everything in this box. I have to say this month's box was pretty tough. There were some not so great things in there. But I do like getting this box because you get to try new things, and I'll even try the stuff that I know I'm not gonna like, because what's the fun in not trying it? So definitely not knocking anybody who's Ukrainian or in the Ukraine. I'm sure, I mean, if you grew up with this stuff, you're gonna like it. I just don't like meat flavored chips in general. And there are a lot of meat flavored chips in here. Well, let's read the clue to next month's box to see what will be coming next month. So it says, golden rocks, gorgeous gardens, and a very holy wall. Rocky desert, salty seas, this country has it all. We didn't even mention all the yums that you can eat. Popping chocolate, pomegranate, and a special nutty sweet. Now, if we have a very holy wall, gorgeous gardens, golden rocks, rocky desert, salty seas, I'm guessing we're going to Israel next month. So that's kind of cool. I'm interested to see what comes in that box. But anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, please give me a big old thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you can see more videos like this one, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye!